Hey guys, welcome back to the show. My name's Max. My channel's name is The Covered Caller. Appreciate you guys being here. It's time for the morning high yield report. Man, this light's not that great for. Hey now, who's barking? Come here, let me see you. Let me see you. I got away from Jackson, but now I have Stella here. Come here, Stella. Let's see Stella. Well, hey there, Stella. Well, Stella, do you think you could let me do this live stream? I didn't know that this might be a problem. I didn't think about this. Okay, Stella, I'm going to do this live stream. Okay, sweetie? Okay. You got to let me talk now, okay? Jax lets me talk. All right, guys. All right, I was just making sure I'm live. Is there any of you guys here yet? Yeah, there's one of you guys here. I appreciate it. Hey, Stella. Stella, knock it off. Anyway, I was just going to do a quick check-in and look at my, I was just checking out my own stuff today. I haven't been looking at the market much, and I figured we could check it out at the same time together. We look at the market at the same time. I was just looking at my Tasty Trade, my model account. I was looking at all kinds of stuff, and I thought I'll just do a quick live stream. I'm going to lunch with a friend here in about 30 minutes. Hey, Marcus, how are you doing, bud? Going to lunch with a friend here in a little bit, so this could be a quick live stream. But if you guys have any questions or anything that I don't know about or you want to talk about, put it in the comments. And I don't really have much to talk about. I just wanted to kind of check out the market. I did. All right, let's start. Let's start on the SPY. It is good news that Blocks is up. But Blocks may have paid a dividend. Well, that's even better if Blocks paid a dividend today and they're up. All right. Well, anyway, hey, Stella, it's okay, Stella. It's okay, sweetie. She doesn't understand. Most dogs don't understand. Gosh darn it. Sorry about this. Give me just a sec. There we go. There we go. But yeah, any questions or comments or whatever, anything I need to know, put it in there. I'll try to do a New Year's Eve live stream tomorrow. Also, I mean, I'm definitely going to do an end of year live stream for sure. Well, trying to think what time it'll be. But anyway, all right. Hey, Stella, just chill out. For some reason, I got my everything screwed up on this. Stella. Well, whatever. The SPY's up. I don't know what the hell's happening to this. Let's try to show you something that is working. The diversified divas. I was happy to see this. Look at this. It's showing ULTI up 1.29. I darn sure like to see that. ULTY up 44 basis points. On the other hand, Blocks is down 44 basis points. I have about the same amount of each of those in my model portfolio. I actually have a little bit more of ULTY. But anyway, those are just offsetting each other. We're going to look at the model portfolio here in a second. K yield is taking it on the chin today. But as far as the understudies, WPay is having a good looking day, up 0.5%. What's the other? I always like to check out QLDY. It's up 15 basis points, which isn't a lot, but it's more than the Qs are up. I mean, that QLDY is something else, isn't it? Now, we can go through here and see why ULTY is doing so well. They have some new positions on. I haven't checked this out in a few days. I didn't know they got MongoDB. That one's up. It looks like the one that's doing really well for them is Alcoa and MicroStrategy. Thank God MicroStrategy is finally doing a little better. Hey, Stella. It's okay, sweetie. You can come here and I can pat you while I talk, okay? All right. Well, anyway, let's go down and look at the next one. Those are the options. Who cares? Let's look at KYLD. KYLD was actually down a little bit today, but they have some good stocks in here. They have GDX, which is up 2%. They also have Intel, which is up. Great job. Coinbase is even up. Galaxy, Bitmine Immersion. All right. Let's go down and look at Blocks. All right, now Blocks was down a little bit today, but let's see what's making it go down. It may have just paid a dividend. There's no reason Blocks should be down. I don't know why this doesn't work. What the hell? I got the scale messed up on this somehow. Maybe reset chart view. No, I still got something messed up. Gosh darn it. I don't know what I got. Anyway, blocks is actually showing up on here today, so I'm flying blind without being able to. Hang on. Hey, Stella. Come here, sweetie. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea going live for my sister. Stella. Where are you at, Stella? Stella. Gosh darn it. Come here, Stella. I got a treat for you. Anyway. Gosh darn it. Hang on. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I just put her outside. Hey, Mayor. Hey, Dividend Degenerate. At least I gave people time to get here. I'm just trying to stop blocks is really up but I don't know. Oh, it finally started working again. Okay. So blocks on here is showing up 33 basis points. Ex-dividend date was last Friday. So no, it's not ex-dividend until tomorrow, and it's up legitimately. While we're over here, let's look at the divas. Blocks, Alti. Well, that's not bad. I mean, at least it's up today. Let's look at Alt-I. I was really impressed that Alt-I's up. I mean, Alt-I takes more risk than Alt-Y, so I guess we shouldn't be so surprised. Alt-I and blocks take the lion's share of the risk, in my opinion. And actually, this one is showing up 31 basis points. Doesn't look like it's up on the chart. And then let's look at K-yield. Now, K-yield is actually down today, but let's see if that's because of the dividend. Ex-dividend date, yes, Tuesday, December 30th. So it's 16.5 cents of them being down 9 cents. 16.5 cents, so that's the dividend. So if it weren't for the dividend, they would actually be up, 7.5 cents, the difference. So they're actually positive on the day. But in any event, okay. Blocks, KU. I want to check out QLDY. I really like that one. It doesn't go up super fast. I mean, it does. It's not going to go up like blocks or even ULTY or ULTI, but it just, this lightning spread strategy looks to me to be a really good strategy. Let's just look at this. Let's look at the model portfolio. Look at this. K-Silv is up 5%. I mean, I know it was down 9% yesterday and up 10% the day before that, but my gosh, K-Silv is definitely the best investment I have made. I'm trying to think, it's the best investment I made all year. I really want to say probably K-Silv probably is, but I don't know. It was also pretty good buying GDXY and GPTY and ULTY and adding to my ULTY position in April and then dumping a bunch of that in October. That was a pretty good trade too. Yeah, look at K-Silv. I mean, it has a huge bullish gap, and then it's left behind a bearish gap. Now it gapped over the bearish gap. I mean, this thing's a monster. This thing's a monster. Okay, so let's go back to the Tasty Trade. GDXY is getting in on some. I don't have a lot of that anymore. I sold it to get K-Silv. I only have fractional shares. I sold to get K-Silv and K-Gold. Now, what's K-Gold? And look at K-Gold down here. K-Gold's only up 60. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you guys can. Okay. K Gold is only up 60 basis points. Whereas I don't have gold to look at, but whereas GDXY is up 1.7, although GDXY is kind of like leverage gold. Anyway, you can see pretty much everything's doing well today. The only things that are down are fiat, YQQ, TLTW, W pays down a little bit, and K yield's down a little bit. We saw that. Oh, well, can't win them all, right? Can't win them all. Did I see? Okay, and I wanted to talk to you guys about dividends. I had a question for you guys, but anyway, did I see that Round Hill declared massive? I did not see that. I did not. So you're saying like QDTE? I bet that fund's had a pretty good year. So let's look at on here. This is, yeah, saying December 24th, but so they probably declared another one that's just not showing up on here. But no, I did not see that. But I'm all about it. Let's see what they did at the end of last year. Did they do a big payment? It's kind of hard to. January 2nd, they paid 29 cents. December 26th, they paid 80 cents, 87. Yeah. It looks like they were paying, 15 to 20 cents. And then I didn't see that. That's awesome. And they paid a huge dividend last year, 80 cents and 87. No, I didn't see that, but that would be awesome if they do the same thing again this year. I don't have any, but yeah, that K-Silv. I mean, the thing is, when you allocate, like, Alta used to be my biggest holding, but and I sold a third of it. Then I sold another third of it. Well, I sold another third of that amount. But still though, it was my biggest position even after that. But then the price kept going down and then something else passed it. Hey, Dan, thanks for being here. You saw Mag-O this morning, put spreads, I believe. Looks interesting. Mag-O, wow. Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to go back and look at the conversations, make sure I missed. My buddy's going to be here in a little while. Oh, shit, I hadn't seen that. Excuse my language. I hadn't seen that. Wow, do they do lightning spreads? I can't even get involved in this. I don't have enough time to look into it right now. Maybe we'll have to do another live stream later. But no, that's awesome. I did not see Mag-O. Yeah, I did not see Mag-O. Heck yeah. I mean, I'm a big, Tuttle. I mean, BTK hasn't done great. I mean, I bought it at 21 and it's trading at 16. I'm not really blaming that on BITK though. I mean, maybe I should. I mean, what is going on with this? Daily, that's not right, is it? Yeah, this thing's it doesn't seem like this is working really well right now. Anyway, that's fine. Let's just shoot the breeze. Anyway, but thanks for telling me. Yeah, I wanted to catch up with you guys. I also have a question about QLDY's dividend. Now, I have some. I guess I could look at my Tasty Trade account. But they're getting on a different dividend schedule. I can't tell if they've paid or not. I don't know if anyone has QLDY. They were declaring, or the pay dates are different. The deck dates were Wednesday and Friday, but they missed one deck date last week, and now this week. Anyway, does anyone have any information on that? That's all I was wondering. Does anyone have any information on QLDY? I can figure it out. I was just hoping one of you guys would tell me. Yeah, they just declared once last week, and they're going to make it up or something. Anyway, from the Tuttle newsletter, Mag-O combines direct exposure to Magnificent with a synthetic put spread program. Instrumental. Okay, so a synthetic put spread program. All right, I'm going to have to get, gosh darn it. My friend said he's going to call when he's on the way. It's 10:39. I can do this for about 10 more minutes. I just need to, anyway. Okay, perfect. Mag-O prospectus. Gosh darn it. I thought I was trying to type MAGA prospectus ETF. Usually if you type prospectus and ETF, that's enough to get it. There's income shares, but there's Tuttle Capital. TMX newsletter. Tuttle isn't SEO'd very well. I guess I should have just put Tuttle here. total capital income last ETFs. Let's just take a real quick look at the positions. Distribution rate is 26%. Net assets, 7 million. Okay, that's BITK. Oh, yeah, there's Mago. All right, there's my friend. Hang on a second. Hey, bud, what's up? Yeah, can you, are you gonna be here about 11? I can be ready for you. I have some clothes in the laundry. I can be ready about 10 minutes. No, 11's perfect. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I could have told him I was on a live stream, but I wanted to see what he had to say. Yes, I know I would like to. I do like the kind of trades you're doing in Rod's Discord. I can't believe the other day I was talking to, who was I talking to? Yeah, I did a live. I've just been out of touch, but I did a live stream a few nights ago, like 11 o'clock at night, and Rob O'Toole was on there, and he was talking about how he did a new. Yeah, I heard all about it, and I do love those types of trades. I'm also talking with our friend Ambassador of Quan, and he's doing some interesting stuff too that's similar to what you guys are doing. Anyway, we have lots of stuff to talk about when I get back. But no, I'm happy for you, SB. I got the Reader's Digest version. Text me later if you want to. Just because I'm with my sister, I don't have enough time to do my channel, but I can still answer text. And or if anyone wants to get a hold of me, hit me up on an email and I'll try to check it. Yeah, GDXW's done well since inception. I'll agree with you, Chris. I think you're a first-time commenter. Or your first time I've noticed you anyway. And Nate, Mago, is it a weekly payer? It's got to be a weekly payer, right? I mean, distributions, I mean, it doesn't have anything yet, but there's no way they're going to do a monthly payer, right? There's no way. So let's look at holdings and maybe we can determine, unless they're doing monthly strategies. I want to see what they mean by synthetic put spread strategy. So, I'm just trying to find something simple to look at. They don't really have it organized. Maybe I need to download this and put it in a spreadsheet and spend some more time on this. Synthetic, I'm just trying to think what they mean by synthetic put spread. A put spread is just a put spread. You sell a put, you buy another put. I think the word synthetic means that they're also owning stock synthetically, either through a deep in the money long or, and this is probably what this is. So I'm trying to see if I can determine anything from here, but I really can't. They either probably use deep in the money longs or synthetics. And maybe that's hence the word synthetic, although a deep in the money long can be referred to as a synthetic also. All right, I'm going to have to look at this really quick. My friend's going to be here in 18 minutes. So I have about, it reads systematic. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. Good. That's good to know. I have information that says systematic, not synthetic. But also my screen. Okay, well, good. Systematic's fine. Perfect. Hey, I won my fantasy football league last night. We'll talk about that later. But remember, I didn't even want to join fantasy because I didn't have the money to join. But I went ahead and did it. And I won it. Oh, gosh. And I didn't even set my lineup for the Super Bowl. I was down here and I didn't realize I was in the playoffs or whatever. And I got news last night that I won. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, I want to get in the middle of what this is doing right here. Let's try to look at this really quick because this is the most important thing or the most interesting thing I've heard all day. We just need total to come out with. I can't believe people are still doing covered calls in the age of the put spread. Call spreads are all right, but in the old days, the reason people didn't do spreads is because commissions were too high. Nowadays, commissions are free. You know, only institutions used to be able to do spreads and stuff. Nowadays, everyone can do spreads. let's see, replace spreadsheet now. Let's just replace data. Anyway, let's take a look at this. But it said systematic. That's good to know. It doesn't say synthetic. Thank you, Dan. I've never met a synthetic position I didn't like. But anyway, that poor dog, I need to go let her in. Well, she's fine for right now. All right. Okay, so let's see what they're doing here. On Apple, they have 4 things. So they have a call and 3 puts, okay? Okay. Okay. I got you. Okay. So they're buying a call at 270, selling a put at 270. So they're long the stock at 270 through April 17th. So they own the stock synthetically. I know it didn't say synthetic, but I mean, but they own the stock. They have a synthetic exposure to the stock through this 270 call, 270 put. Then at the same time, they're writing put spreads. It's a synthetic lightning spread. He just doesn't want to use the word lightning spread because I think Jay trademarked it. But that's what it is. It's a 4 leg, so it's a synthetic lightning spread. I'll need to talk with Matthew. He's doing this wrong. I don't know why he doesn't just buy the deep in the money call and forget about this other put. I'm just joking. He knows what he's doing. But you could also do it by buying like a 10 strike call in Apple or a 20 strike, something that's deep in the money and it moves 1-to-1 with the stock also. Anyway, we'll get him on the show and we'll ask him why he's doing that. Okay, great information, guys. Thank you. Yeah, hit like and subscribe for sure. Yeah, I was trying to get a sponsor. Remember, I was trying to get one of you guys to sponsor me because it was when the station was doing bad. Anyway, we're doing really bad. And it was also right around the time that I lost that other side gig I was doing. Anyway, I'm glad I did it. So there's a dozen. Okay. Hey, Charles, what's up? There's a dozen cover call ETFs now. They run out of marketing and going to stock caller ETFs. Yeah, I hear you on that. Sorry, I didn't catch that earlier, Dan. Matt goes, yeah, it's got to be a weekly payer, right? Does anyone know? Systematic. Okay, I get it. Nothing unique in that. No, not at all. Systematic is what all these are doing. I mean, YieldMax is systematic. Roundhill is very systematic. They sell, the Roundhill 0 DTs. They sell an option, a put, or I forget what they do. Sell an option every morning at ODTE and let it go, let it expire, and do it every day. It's very systematic. That's probably what this. Maybe when he said systematic. But Matthew's a little bit more sophisticated than that. I bet you he has something where, we'll just have to see what he does. I bet you he has something where he has some other rules related to, if it goes in the money, I do this. I got to get him on the station. Anyway, I'm excited about that. Does anyone have any MSTK? I'm sure that's not been a great one to have, but if strategy will ever go up, that will be a great one. Same thing with BITK. Let's go back and look at BITK. What I did this last time? Yeah. Okay. Obviously, BITK is not working, right? I mean, let me try a shorter time frame. It's acting like it just came public, but I mean, I've had it forever anyway. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. That's what it was. I needed to, I got the chart all messed up. Okay. Yeah. So this has not been a great investment for me, but like I always say, and maybe some of you guys disagree with me, but I mean, I bought that because I wanted exposure to Bitcoin. I didn't buy that because I wanted exposure to covered calls. They're just doing covered calls on Bitcoin. But it's not BITK's fault that Bitcoin has dropped from 70, and I'm looking at an IBIT, but that's Bitcoin, from 70 to 50. Nothing that you sell any type of options on that drops from 70 to 50 in 6 months is going to do well. They all need the price to go up. So that's why I'm giving them a pass. If IBIT was going up and BITK was going down, then I'd agree with you. Yeah, it's a lousy fund, but that's not, it'll go up whenever the market goes up. It's mirroring the market perfectly. So anyway, all right, that's my rant for today. Yeah, me too, Charles. You are the only guy that you and we connected about a year and a half ago. We both love straddle strangle swaps. We talked a lot about it on email. I'm obsessed with straddle strangle swaps. But then Charles, you got me into something else. You started showing me about these deep in the money. Well, you basically show me how to create your own buffer fund, and still get a little anyway. But I learned a lot from Charles. What was that strategy you were doing? You were basically using deep in the money options to basically kind of almost like you could get like an 8% yield and still have exposure to the stock anyway. But yes, I would love a straddle strangle. There's been one before. Maybe not a true straddle strangle swap, but pretty much it was on TLT. It was not only that, it was a ratio diagonal. What I really want is a ratio diagonal straddle strangle swap. I want one that is a ratioized straddle strangle swap, so it has unlimited upside on both sides. But anyway, yes, the straddle strangle swaps would be awesome. And I asked Mike Coe about that. I said, I don't understand. It was on the last time I talked. We were talking shop talk after I got off with the interview. I was telling him about my background, about stuff I did, and we were talking. And I said, I don't know why you guys don't just have a fund where you own a straddle in the 60-day time frame or 90-day time frame or something, and then you sell daily strangles against it, and he just looked at me. He goes, I just don't think there's enough juice in it for them. I don't think they're going to make that. They think they make that much because you're pretty much perfectly offset at all times. It's an arbitrage strategy. And, these guys are trying to, I could tell that it was looked like I wasn't getting anywhere with him, but I was like, I just don't understand why. That seemed like the easiest thing in the world to me. You could own a strangle the 90-day time frame and roll it every 30 days. But then every day of the week, you ride a frickin' straddle or strangle against it, and you decrease the cost of your so you have a long volatility strategy. Anyway, yeah. But Charles and I are on the same page on that. I thought I knew a lot about options until I started talking with Charles. Charles is an option bro, but so is SB. SB knows a lot also. And where's BR? BR is pretty good. And a lot of you guys are really good. We got a couple of guys on my Discord that aren't in here right now that know a lot. All right, guys, it's 10:52. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate it. Appreciate the news. I learned more from you guys than you guys did for me. Let's look into this one later. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. They paid one dividend for 60 cents. I don't know. Why don't you guys, somebody research it and tell me? I don't know. We'll look at that later. I don't have time to look into that now. Hey, thoughts on NOSI? Seems it could be the ultimate high yield, tax efficient, best downside protection, best total growth, etc. Well, what's the yield on that thing? Doesn't it only pay about a 5% yield? I was a little concerned about the low yield. I wanted a higher yield. But no, I mean, I don't know on the ultimate high yield ETF because it's not going to pay enough. When I think of a high yield ETF, I'm thinking of something that pays 15, 20, 30, 40 or more. So I don't know about that. It may be the ultimate investment. It could be it's a long short fund. I don't know that it's not going to have the best downside protection either. I've done some content on it but just real quick, it's double long and single short. So it's still long, it's still a long fund. So it's not like it's going to make money when it goes down, but it'll do better than it should do better than other funds. So I don't have a problem with it, but I don't think I'm as enthusiastic as you are right now. It'll be around 13. Okay. I'm fine with 13. If it's 13, then yeah, that puts another, that puts another spin on it. I mean, then it could be good. But to see if it's going to be the ultimate one, we're going to have to compare it with triple QI and some of the other ones and have to have it been out for a little while, but I'll darn sure put it on the max factor. I'm going to be studying the heck out of it. It just has to be 3 months old to make the max factor, but yeah, I love the idea of it. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. It looks like we got it all straightened out. It looks like that first one was just for a few things. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Remember, not financial advice. I'm not even going to put up my PayPal. I don't need it right now because I won my football league. So don't send me any money. If you're wanting to send me money, just hang on to it. But anyway, in all seriousness, not financial advice. Consult a professional advisor for all your financial decisions. All right, guys, I appreciate it, and I will talk to you later. See you, Williams.